Okay. So this is the old quarter. Starts with an M. I can't remember the name of it. The river's right there. And across here. This is the street. Not all the streets are this pretty. It's the neighborhood. It's the historic neighborhood. The picture you see with all the beautiful white houses on the hill, that's the name of the neighborhood. Right here is Hotel Omer, O-M-E-R. Tons of places to stay here. Hotel Osumi. That looked like a pastry shop. So I'm going to take you up here. I went up here with my sister on a Google Meet call. And, yeah. I walked 14 miles yesterday. Not just my big toe that's injured, but both my feet and now my thighs and calves have decided that they're going to divorce me. This is just, sorry for swinging so fast, but there's so much to look at. I'm going to back off just a little bit because we're going on a narrow walkway here. And I got to be really careful. Oh, either those are timed because the other streetlights just came on, or they're motion activated. But if the video is a little wonky, it's because I have to be very careful about where I'm stepping for concerns of tripping. Sorry, I'm breathing hard. I've been at this all day. I was at the castle today. Alright. So, there's a door. Another door. Yeah. Just imagining this in a heavy rain. Like all the water rushing down through here. The doors are just beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful. Right. My sister and I were discussing the fact that in the 21 days I've been in Albania, I've heard maybe 4 ambulances. And one of them I happen to know was an expat. So, you know, this kind of lifestyle, which not all cities are hilly like this, but plus them walking most places, and you can see them carrying big bags full of vegetables home. Big bags of okra, tomatoes, cucumbers, eggplant. So they really do eat healthy, very healthy lifestyle. I think I could totally live here for probably a year, just because there's like a 65% of my person that wants to go down every little narrow cobblestone path. But given that my toe is still injured and not healing because, you know, yesterday's 14-mile day was preceded by, I think, an 11-mile day and probably a 7-mile day. And there was a couple days in there where I was under 5. But, yeah, it's taken a beating. And I walked all the way downhill from the castle. I took a cab up to get to the castle today. But I walked all the way down, and that jammed my toe into the end of my tennis shoe for roughly a mile. Yay. But yeah, Albania sucks, folks. Don't come. Tell everybody it's crappy post-communist country. There are problems. I do have a bunch of totally unfiltered videos that I'm posting on a YouTube channel, and they are not slick videos of YouTubers, kind of travel videos. They are like this, me walking around huffing and puffing, real time. I made them for my sister because she's supposed to be with me and she couldn't make it. So Ruga is basically means street or road. So I'm doing videos like this for her so she can see what it's like. But if you want that YouTube channel, I'll post it in the links. That's a nice big wide one. But there are problems. They don't treat trash quite the same way we do. There are a lot of what I was calling street dogs, and I've now taken to calling free range dogs. Most of the time they're treated pretty decent. During the tourist season, they are very healthy because it's the back of a ruin, because the tourists feed them. And I have seen where Albanians have left bowls of like water and food out for them. There seems to be some animosity toward the larger dogs, and in fact expats that I've been in touch with here have told me that they've seen more than one dog laying dying or dead on the street from being poisoned. Typically happens in the early spring. People have also reported seeing men kick dogs. In fact, up in Durrës Beach, there's a restaurant, little fast food restaurant, where the man, 2 years in a row, people reported that he kicked dogs so hard that they were positive the dog's leg was broke. Yeah, it's a mixed bag. I got my DEXA scan over here just to see how it compared to the 3 I've had in the USA, and I've been magically healed. I don't have osteoporosis here in Albania, so that's cool. Yeah, it was a General Electric machine, and it's at least as recent as 2019, but I just think the calibration and that kind of stuff, I don't think they do that many of them, and I think there's only like maybe a half a dozen machines in the entire little country, which is a third of the size of the state of Ohio, and has a population of 3 million, and now getting about 12 million tourists a year. But so medical's different. I think mentality wise, it's more like the 60s and 50s, where like you didn't run to the hospital for every damn hangnail that you have. Like America has been so medicalized now that, you know, we're so unhealthy, for starters, and then every little thing, you know, we need to have a bazillion tests and blood tests and this and that and the other, and they just don't live like that here. It's more like, you know, 60s, 50s kind of mentality about, you know, like my friend Sarah had a scooter accident, and she wasn't driving, but you know, she hit her head and scraped her arm pretty bad, and she waited, you know, like a week before she went to the emergency room because she still had the headache, and she went and got x-rays, and then like 2 days later her headache was gone. So had she waited like 2 more days, everything would have been fine. But you know, so whereas I think in the States it would have been like, oh, you have to go to the ER, you have to go to urgent care, like, you know, like immediately. So anyway, so a lot of the sidewalks are like this, at least in this part of town. Berat is much bigger, B-E-R-A-T, much bigger than this downtown area. Oh, what a jackass. You don't see a lot of that here. It's probably about the 5th time I've seen somebody do stupidity like that in the 3 weeks I've been in Albania. But my accommodation is just to the left and up the hill a tiny bit from this ancient mosque here. So yeah, just wanted to share a little bit of Berat, Albania. I think they might also call it Barati. That's what the bus driver was calling it. So you're going to Barati. Like, okay. And then this poor horse has been standing here for a while now. But yeah, I gotta go pay on the phone bill. So thought that was a dog in there. Anyway, all right, I'm off to Bulgaria for an overnight, And then I'm taking, hopefully, the night train to Istanbul, week in Istanbul. So maybe I'll post something from there.